U.S. Preventative Service Task Force Recommendation Statement, December 20th, 2016. Serologic screening for genital herpes infection, U.S. Preventative Services Task Force Recommendation Statement. This is from the U.S. Preventative Service Task Force. Now, these are the people that, they don't care about you, right? Let's go down. Serologic screening in asymptomatic persons will likely result in a large number of false positive results. Given the limitation of currently available tests, one of two positive results may be false. Y'all must not have heard that. What I just said is, half of all of y'all with herpes don't got it. Half of y'all don't got it. How do I know? Because you took a test. And what is the test based on? Have you ever inquired, doctor, what does this test tell me? Or it tells you if you got herpes or not. Or it tells me if I got herpes or not. Okay, that's cool, but how do you find that out? Oh, you're kind of inquisitive. Well, since you want to know, we test antibodies. Antibodies? What type of antibody? Oh, the IgG antibody. The IgG antibody? You talking about the most prevalent antibody in my body? They test y'all for herpes with an antibody that is just floating around all the time. Y'all ain't hearing me. Okay. Most of y'all don't even got herpes. I got people coming to me, man, I ain't even had a breakout yet, man. It's been 4 years. You don't got it, bruh. But you keep thinking you got it? Yeah, you gonna start popping up with a couple bumps then. So that right there should blow y'all away. That's from the U.S. Task Force. That ain't no conscious community pseudo round the back curve. Hey, I'm breaking this down to y'all. No, that's their documentation. 50% of y'all don't even got it. So that should relieve the pressure. Because what you don't understand is the triggers for the breakouts is stress. And if all you're doing is thinking, oh man, I got herpes, and you don't even got it, and you have a human virome, you have genetic instructions to build herpes, because herpes, chickenpox, shingles, they're all the same thing. Chickenpox is for kids. Herpes is for, 20s, 30s, you know what I'm saying? And when you start getting into the 50s and 60s, then it's shingles. It's the same thing. Thank you. Thank you. All right. The parasite then caused the mouse immune system to make cytokines, signaling molecules that help summon the immune cells and other factors needed to attack the parasites. But the same cytokines also caused the herpes virus to start producing. Whoa. Now Mama, can you get up for a second, please? Real quick, Mama. Yes, Mama, you my mama. Who else I'm talking to up in here? Go on, stand up real quick. I want y'all to know. Oh, please, clap. Clap again, please. This is the woman who's responsible for Frank White and the AIDS getting cured, okay? So, King of New York. King of New York. So, all my mama talk about is the Body Snatchers. And that movie that came out back in the day about these parasites and infected people and just took them over. I wanted her to stand up because when it comes to herpes, she was 100% on the money because the parasites are one of the reasons why people get herpes. It's a trigger. When you have a certain level of parasites in your body, it will trigger a pathway that will induce herpes to inflame, to be created, and sometimes even carry the herpes themselves. So thank you, Mama. Now, for the first time, we've shown a virus can detect immune system signals that tell the virus to start replicating. The signals are a response to the parasite infection, but the virus has developed a way of eavesdropping. They're so dramatic. This is a study that says that there's genital herpes, but it's really herpes labialis, which is genital herpes of the woman. It's in the vagina. And here they're saying how a helminth infection, helminths are worms, exacerbates epithelial ulcerative pathology, or in other words, worms cause you to break out. So 50% of y'all don't got it, okay? So for the other 50, y'all may have it because you got a bunch of parasites in you. Based on the food you're eating, who you're laying with, sitting on the subway. I'm just saying. Listen, I was at 125th Street the other day, and it don't make no sense that subway look like that. What is it now? Sohal? What's Harlem now? Sohar? Solar? Sohar? Terrible. So they gentrifying Harlem. They building all that stuff, and then the trains still look like that. It's terrible. I've been seeing that train station since I was 7 years old. A lot of y'all might not know this. My mama do. But I graduated from an elementary school that is, why this thing keep coming up? 2 blocks down the street, PS20. PS20 is right down the block. That's where I went to school, elementary school with, and I graduated about 2 blocks down Lafayette the other direction. And this is my old neighborhood. This is Victor's event. He didn't know that. So when he locked this thing in, and then, I don't know if you remember, Ma, but we were right next door with Sabi and Kiba. Next door at the church. Yeah, I know y'all were here, but we was also next door as well. And I didn't even realize that till I got here. All right, so this is antiviral action of this is a type of stingless bee, and they're saying against SHSV1. Where did you go? This study is talking about the propolis that's inside the honey and how it affects SHV1, which is the herpes that usually affects the lips, the cold sore, because the virus likes to hide inside of your nervous system. And you have ganglions, which are a network of nerves. And there's one called the sacral, and there's one called the trigeminal. So the sacral one is where you get genital herpes, and this is the one where you get the cold sore. This is another write-up talking about the propolis that's inside the honey, rich in flavonoids. These are just those molecules that I showed you at the beginning when I was talking about the torus and everything like that. These molecules that are inside that honey, okay? Here we go. As a main prenylated phenylpropanoid, that's the molecule, and chrysin as a main flavonoid showed not only direct anti-HSV1 activity, but also immunological activity against intradermal HSV1 infection, meaning they infected mice through their skin with herpes, and they used this in order to see whether or not it was going to be able to get rid of the herpes. So, you know, when we put this flyer up, a lot of people was commenting, you can't cure herpes, you can't cure herpes. And I'm like, we never said we cure herpes. You don't cure something that's part of you. What you want to do is change your microflora, your bacteria, all of those viruses and things like that into something beneficial for your body, rather than it being something that's going to hurt you. And food, environment, thinking, those are the things that convert it into something that will be negative to your system. This is a list. Let's see if I could, hold on, I'm gonna do this. Did it bring it down some? I can read the top ones. All right, so I'll read them out to y'all. All right, but stingless bee honey, guaco, contribo, carambola, which is star fruit. This is South African geranium, umchuck lolowoba. June plum, which is in the Caribbean. Most of my island folks, they know what June plum is. Spondeus, gumbo limbo, prunella vulgaris, which is self-heal. Lemon balm, chaparral, giant horsetail, duck flower, conjus crispus, sorrel, olive oil. Olive oil has a lot of old European in it. Even though people sell the extract, you still can get it out of just the olive oil. Mulberry, sensitiva, infrared light, ultraviolet light causes outbreaks. Infrared light heals you. Lysine, arginine ratios in your food, omega-3, omega-6 ratios in your food, French thyme or broadleaf thyme also in the Caribbean, and circadian rhythm. These are all modalities, if you're dealing with herpes, you should get familiar with.